1952 Chevy pickup, day 29. Today we're finishing off the electrical come hell or high water. And I'm gonna want to start getting my carpeting in there, I think, too. So we're gonna be driving this baby in a couple of days. Stay tuned. Alright, I've tried our turn signal switch a couple of different ways, trying to utilize the original wiring harness, but it looks like the way to go is to not do that. So we'll just simply get a feed off of our accessory line from our ignition switch and put in our fuse link, and then we'll hook up our flasher like this here and tie everything up nice and neat when we get done. Alright, so now we're going to finish off our stereo. So we're going to take our pigtail that comes out of the back end of that plugs in, and we're going to get a bunch of male and female connectors, hook all these babies up, so we'll just be able to hook all the wires up in case we want to replace them later, and simplicity, and etc. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and stick in our cigarette lighter. The main thing on this is this little baby right here. We want to make sure that when we put a terminal on that, it doesn't contact our outside edge, otherwise it'll just blow. So what you'll do is you'll take your wire and you'll put a terminal on down there. Make sure you use the shrink wrap, and then just bend the end so that it'll slide right into our bottom here, like such. Now you're also going to put a ground on here. A lot of times guys won't do that because this does ground out to the dash, but there's a lot of power going through here, so it's best to terminal this off and go with a ground. When I installed our remote reservoir, I brought my lines down here and blocked my holes where the brake light switch goes. So no big deal, just go ahead and mount it on the other side. In the future, however, probably what I'll do is take this 45-degree angle here and bring it down to our corner from here and bypass all this jazz. Okay, so we got 3 wires for our brake light switch. Your orange is your power, your blue is your third brake light, and your white is just your regular brake lights. So if you're going old school, you can just leave the light blue third light out. But I usually generally leave it in and stick an extra light in the back just for kicks. So we'll splice our light blue and white wire together, put on our shrink wrap, and then our terminal in. Right, so basically our wiring's all done. After we get our front end and we pull the truck out, we can do the electrical on the front and on the rear. But for now, we're all done with our engine, we're all done underneath the cab. So, and we'll start tying up some of this stuff here. We're not going to clamp it all nice and tight just yet. We're going to leave it a bit loose just in case there's something that we didn't quite see. And we'll get our carpeting in, and then after we've got all that stuff done, then we'll tighten off all of our little shrinky wraps here, or all of our tie downs. Alright, with all of our electric done, we can finally get to finishing off our engine. So the first thing I'm going to do, I think, is put on our cool looking valve covers. Alright, so we're going to put our breather element on. We're not going to be able to see marking on the black, so you put tape on here and it helps from getting anything scuffed up. You can see how you want it, draw your lines, and then drill your holes. Okay, our holes are right here that we'll be drilling. We'll put our gasket on and we'll mark off the inside right here, and that's where we'll drill the holes that the oil and the air will come through.
Traffic's starting to slow down now, especially on the eastbound 91 and Santa Canyon from the 71 to 15. You're riding the brakes, and then there's a
Alright, so we got our holes all drilled, and now what we'll do is just deburr it so none of this will get into our engine.
And to Ontario, located on Ontario Hills Parkway, East of Milligan, April 8 through 19. For information, visit circusvargas.org or 877.
With refund rewards, when you purchase a $250 Albertsons gift card, you'll get an extra $20. Purchase a $300 Albertsons gift card and get an extra $30.
Alright, well it appears our holes are a little bit off, so we're going to have to tailor this up a bit. Alright, here we are at the end of the day. I got all of our electrical inside and outside done, except for the lights. And we're going to get our valve covers finished off tomorrow. And finish off this front end.